Hello, everyone! Welcome to Queer Questers, episode 7. We're starting late because we were talking about gay stuff and vines.
Mostly vines, let's be honest.
Yeah, mostly vines.
Largely vines.
Vines are gay stuff.
I am
Vines
too
are queer
old
culture.
to talk about vines, is what I learned from this conversation.
Aren't we the same age?
I actually have no idea how old any of you are. I just feel like an old man. So, yeah.
I'm 45.
fellow kids. We're all Steve Buscemi in this.
I am older than everyone thinks I am, which is fun.
Me too, because I have a round baby face.
Yeah, me too. In high school, people used to call me Charlie Brown because my face was so round. And I also had, like, extreme ballet bun hair. So, like, slicked back, and then my ears would stick out. Yeah, it was a
also
look.
not play American football.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have the trans curse of perpetually looking about 10 years younger than I
Yeah.
am. So,
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Excellent. So, mystery ages. Chat, guess how old we are. It's a
Mystery
fun game.
Oh, God, Dad.
Yeah.
Guess how old we are in bits, please.
I'm 7 bits old.
Also, I think I'm the youngest, but I'm not entirely sure.
Oh, my money would have been on Kay as the youngest, but maybe not. I don't know now. Maybe I should guess with bits. Uh-oh, Samara, I think that you are not making sound again.
Oh God.
Oh, I think
Oh, you're really quiet.
I have literally done nothing. I have pressed nothing. I don't know what to tell you.
You're just very quiet. I don't know what's going on. It's so
I don't know. I'm
that's
using
better.
my outside voice. Is that better?
All time.
Yes.
I'm a theater major. I know how to use my diaphragm.
Amazing.
Project.
Sure, Music Mom, you can guess individual ages for each player. But you can't guess my age because that's cheating because you're my Music Mom. So, I believe that you were. Someone guessed someone was 6 or 60.
But what's
don't know.
the bits to year ratio?
I think you have to.
Steve.
You
Hi,
should tip.
Steven.
Like, because I think bits are equal to cents. So, like, if you think someone's 30, you tip 30 bits, you gave us 30 cents. It works. Engaged Family Gaming, thank you for the 6 bits. I'm not sassing your 6 bits. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, EFG.
Super
We know
great,
you and we
EFG.
love you.
You're a great human.
This is a slow start to the game, but we
Okay,
were
we
going
should
to
Sorry.
show off our various outfits. Thanks to Elliot, who wants to show off our
I'm
outfits.
sorry, I want to show
No,
you.
I'm into it.
Who's gonna go first? What do you want to...
You should go first because it was your idea.
Yep,
Um,
absolutely.
I am wearing a sweater that I made myself that says, "Make the Yuletide gay," and it has rainbow Christmas lights.
It's
Excellent.
the best. It's so good.
Yeah.
Good luck living up to that rest of the stream.
That's why we led with you, to disappoint the viewers later on.
Start strong. Just start strong.
All right, I'll go next. I am wearing this oh dear sweater, which I think accurately captures my love of deer and my overwhelming anxiety about everything.
That's a real solid,
Puns. Like,
solid. Yeah, the pun.
plus.
Are there sequins or is it just sparkly?
It's like tinsely material. I don't know how close I
Tinsel.
can get.
Even better.
It's like a gold tinsely material. Yeah, it's great.
Good.
Who would like to show off next? I feel like Chris should go last.
I don't know. I feel like that'll just be underwhelming.
Well, she'll just bring up the rear.
Chris in the middle so she doesn't feel awkward.
I mean, I got my polar bears from the Kobold stream, so my pom poms.
Pound.
I feel you're saying pom poms, but at least on what I can see, your hands are just gesturing like in the vicinity of your chest.
Here's a palm.
There's a palm.
Here's a palm. And there's a
Another little
palm.
palm.
That's a lot of palms.
Yeah.
Bunny Pama, blood of Pama
Palma palma duck.
Thank you.
Amazing.
Someone got where I was going.
Next, who wants to show off their outfit next?
I'll toss mine out because now we are the Jew at Christmas. So
Excellent.
we're the one that doesn't really know what's going on. So I've got my nice Beetlejuice shirt because I myself am strange and unusual.
Oh, that's a beautiful shirt.
I
Thank
love
you.
Beetlejuice. I also love Christmas, so now I just want to have Beetlejuice Christmas and Hanukkah.
I mean, that's called The Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah, I
Fair.
know Nightmare Before Christmas.
Fair.
There's a movie.
Beetlejuice.
I just want Beetlejuice from September 1st through like January 1st.
Come live at my house.
I mean, I want
Excellent.
Beetlejuice from January 1st through January 1st.
like legit, that's my house.
Same.
I watch it like monthly.
Amazing. Kay, you're rocking a pretty amazing sweater yourself today.
Okay, tell us about your sweater, please.
So you can likely see that there are cats all over, and some of them are bedazzled. So if I move in the light, you might see some little
Yeah.
That
sparklies.
sheen.
The
The
glittery,
cat.
bedazzled cats are basically my life, so I'm 100% here for it. Which does indeed lead us to Chris, bringing up the rear, in Kay's words, the most appropriate words.
So, at first glance, since you can only see me from here up, it probably looks like nothing I'm wearing is remarkable. But I do want you all to know that A, my pajamas are very soft, and B, my pants, I'm going to
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no, we've got robotic! Oh, there we go.
Rare and magnificent. The rare and magnificent ass to mouth snowman. What's going on, mate? What's up with the human centipede snowman? Oh, I'm sorry, it's Boscov's.
Wow.
Yeah. So that sets the tone for this episode.
So that happened.
Amazing. So we're just wasting so much time, but whatever. It's our last episode of the year.
Stream.
2018. That's true.
So we're being silly. I mean, we're always silly, but today is exceptionally silly. This is episode 7.
D&D is a serious game. We have never been goofy
Yes,
or
very
silly
serious.
in our entire life.
We stood up to a bully last game. That's
We
very
did.
serious.
We were cool to teens.
We were.
So it's episode 7, which I can't believe. And I know I said last week I couldn't believe it was episode 6. And now I really can't believe it's episode 7. And that you are all tuning in to watch this nonsense every Wednesday is a freaking miracle. So thank you. Shout out to our amazing audience. Coming up tomorrow, we're having a one-shot on the channel. It is going to be run by Shauna. You can talk to Shauna in the chat. Right now, she goes by Big Dark Love. She plays on Cold Iron in my Winter Oak group. # Team Winter Oak. And, but also # Team Progress. I love you, Emily. I love all the Cold Iron players.
Just
She's
some more
running-
than others.
But do you love them equally? Yeah.
I do love them equally. Publicly. Anyways.
Okay, Mom.
So, yeah, Shauna's going to be running a cool Tales from the Loop holiday-themed one-shot. And the secret is that if you miss it, which you shouldn't, but if you do, not only can you rewatch it whenever I put it on YouTube, now that I have time to do that, you can also see her doing it again in the new year, when she's running a new campaign here on the channel, a Tales from the Loop campaign, a non-D&D game here on Iron and Ice. It's very exciting. So if you like kids, the 80s, sci-fi, robots, stuff like that, you should check that out tomorrow
So
for the one
if
shot.
you like Stranger Things, you should watch our stream.
Yes, basically. But less magical, I feel like. Tales from the Loop is a little less like demons and a little more weird robots.
Can I be Steve?
Can we all be Steve?
Yes. Best
Big
babysitter.
giggle of Steve.
Yeah,
Plus #1 babysitter.
amazing.
You know, we talk about all bard parties. Screw that. I want an all Steve party.
Okay, so I actually have an RPG called Kids on Bikes, which actually just is Stranger Things the game. And now, yes, we will be playing that as a one-shot. The Queer Cresters will play that, where we all play, in my opinion, bisexual icon Steve. Because,
No,
I
but
mean, he
somebody's
just
got to be
gives off
Nancy.
that vibe.
Is it Nancy? Is that the one who, like, the fandom collectively was just like, no, Barbara. Someone's
Barb.
got to be Barbara.
Someone's got to be Barb.
Okay.
Justice
You were
for
like,
Barb.
let's
Fair
play
enough.
Nancy, and I was like, I can be cold and uninterested.
All right, it is 8:15. Let's get
Yes.
get cracking.
Last week, we did some heckin' sport for 2 hours.
Sure did.
That's what we did.
That does remind me. I
got-
did see a dressage bumper sticker on the way home from
You
work.
saw a dressage bumper sticker.
Sure
so
fucking
good.
did. It was a horse like this, and it had like a wreath, and I was like, I get you.
Oh yeah, because that's what you win in dressage. You win like.
Mm-hmm.
Do you put it on the horse or like what's up? Like
On
what
the
do you
horse.
do with the wreath?
Right on the
You
horse.
put it
Yeah,
on
like-
a horse.
Yeah, like around the
Right on
horse's
the chest.
neck.
I don't know.
Fascinating.
Yeah, it's a big horsey wreath.
I
Yeah,
don't know, man. Like white people.
It's a wreath made of white people.
it's a very white people sport. for
Okay,
sure.
yeah, so dressage is not only the rich gay sport, it's definitely the white gay sport. It's the rich white gay sport.
Oh yeah.
In the
No,
past
but
week,
that Venn diagram is a circle.
See, I would almost posit lacrosse because of the colonialism. Oh!
so I was also about to say that in the past week I have continued to learn absolutely nothing about lacrosse. I am choosing to remain in my ignorance about lacrosse. I was sassed heavily about my ignorance of lacrosse last week, and you know what? I'm leaning into it. It's fine.
Oh,
Whatever.
that's fine.
Was
I
Chris sassing you
the
about your
asshole who
ignorance of
suggested-
lacrosse?
No, I
Oh.
suggested lacrosse, so I did some research. I read the Wikipedia article. I'm an expert now. We're good.
I played it for 10 years now.
The chat sassed
Two
me.
Americans are the experts on our stream about lacrosse.
Okay, so but this was my thing. I was like, lacrosse is not a Canadian thing, and then everyone yelled at me. So
Am I wrong? Is it not a Canadian thing?
no, apparently it is. I just had no
Okay.
idea because I don't know anyone who has ever spoken about lacrosse ever, except in American Pie.
Isn't it like your
Didn't
national
you play
summer sport?
lacrosse? Apparently, that's what someone
Could
told
be.
me.
I just remember learning about it in a history class because it was one of the few like stories they were able to twist to be like, look, the Europeans got along with indigenous people. We played and sport.
Wow,
One sport.
white people are so gross. Just super gross. So yeah, we did a heckin' sport. Lots of sports. Everyone signed up for roller derby.
Yeah, okay, that sounds right.
Nor, we kind of just assumed you were there. Would you also like to be on the roller derby team?
I like to think that Nor got talked into roller derby. yes.
Excellent. All right. Other sports we tried were dressage, which Sahar excelled at,
I gathered.
Yes.
and
Aw,
Nimble
Sahar.
had some challenges.
Nimble had a lot of problems.
Also lacrosse, and which Sinesh signed up for. And if you will remember correctly, at lacrosse you met a bully. That happened. Frankie got real scary. Real scary. And then
None of it.
we also tried out for field hockey, which no one signed up for. So that leads us to today, with one more sport on the list. By request, that sport is wrestling.
Oh, I wonder who requested that.
So,
Reactions, I wonder.
So, it's been about a week since field hockey, which went very well, the field hockey. Nimble did finally figure out which part of the stick to use, eventually. But you all decided field hockey was not for you. You took about a week off for the big wrestling tryouts. And so, it is a early Saturday morning. Sahar, who has avoided all sports, is apparently ready for wrestling.
No, that was just Chris.
Okay. Gotcha.
Ready for wrestling.
That's because I make wrestling clothes.
Fascinating. Yeah, so you show up to the gym. That's where you wrestle, right? Maybe I should have a Wikipedia article about
It's a
wrestling.
mat.
Yeah,
there's a
Big
mat.
circle.
Yeah. I'm imagining it's not like WWF wrestling. I know what, like, wrestling is.
It's more like grappling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ow. Found the desk with my
It's a
body.
good thing I prepared all of my checks around grappling things.
Oh boy.
So yeah, you show up to the gym. There's a big mat on the floor. It's a very popular sport, wrestling, in this school. Almost as popular as roller derby. And you walk in and there is a blue tiefling woman. Very coach-like. She's got a whistle. Oh, I'm sorry, I decided it was a man. He has I don't know why that matters. But I wrote down, his name is Mr. Jugs. You know what? Canon, it's a woman, and her name is Mr. Jugs. It's her last name.
I respect that.
She is Mrs. Mr. Jugs.
It's like Dr. Mrs. the Monarch. From
Yeah.
Friendship Loving.
Exactly. She's Mrs. Mr. Jugs. And she's a blue tiefling woman. She's got this whistle and a clipboard, and she's like real buff, real beefy, because we love the beefy babes.
Is she
over
wearing
here.
like a sweater
Swishy.
and track
Oh
pants?
yes,
suit?
and it's
Swishy.
gray,
Swishy.
super gray, just gray sweats.
Not gay, super gray.
I mean, she's probably also super gay, but she's wearing gray.
Not
She's a
sure
gray
of that.
gay.
Okay.
And she invites you in, instructs you to find a seat on some of those uncomfortable pull-out high school bleachers. You know, the ones that, like, pull out from the wall that are real uncomfortable, and you can get your finger, like, cut off if you push them in the wrong way. Those kind. And she proceeds to introduce herself as Mrs. Mr. Jugs, and welcomes you to wrestling practice. She is super intense, okay? She's like, wrestling is a lifestyle. It is not a hobby. You have to be serious. You have to take it seriously. We have practice at 5 a.m. every day. The secret here is that, well, the other things that you have tried out for have all been things that the school excels at. Wrestling, though popular, you don't do very well in. Gromany regularly places last in wrestling competitions. And as all these kids get up to the mat one by one, they're facing off, they're doing some, like, you know, stuff and, like, I don't know, wrestling stuff. You know, the stuff. They're doing that. No, it is not luchador wrestling person in the chat. Although maybe it is. That would be maybe gayer? I don't really know. Certainly more theatrical. It's boring high school wrestling is what it is, and they're all terrible. Even those of you who think you're going to be terrible think these kids are real bad at wrestling. And it gets about halfway through and it sort of gets to your cluster. Who would like to go first?
I think
Who are you
Frankie kind
wrestling
of
against?
steps forward.
Ever. Oh my god.
Okay, I saw two. So Frankie and Sinesh, why don't you both step forward
Oh, fuck me.
and face off against each other?
Oh, I'm gonna get
Alright.
squashed. It's gonna be awesome. No, like, legit, Sinesh is super excited to square off against Frankie. Like, she knows orcs. She's got orcs. Let's do this. Let's do orc stuff.
Amazing. So you're both going to attempt to grapple each other.
All
So
right.
I will need contested strength checks. So just go ahead and roll your strength.
Is it straight strength or is it?
Let's do a straight strength. I want it to be relatively equal. And unless, are you both proficient in athletics?
No.
Yes.
Yeah, let's do a regular. We'll just start off with a straight strength roll to see
Okay.
if you're a bit more evenly matched first. We'll see what happens.
17.
16.
Oh, it's
nice.
a close one.
Nice.
So
Nice.
Sinesh, Frankie comes at you, and in a brief moment, you really realize how big she is.
She a big girl.
And you have a slight moment of panic, but you really hold your own. You can't, in the end, like, she overpowers you. She's just got that extra size and them beefy muscles. You're muscular, but she's got, like,
Oh yeah.
beef muscles. And she pins you down, but you put up a fight. It's a struggle. Frankie, you kind of go in thinking it's going to be a little easier than it is, and it takes you back a bit. You know, how much of a fight she's putting up.
She's a scrapper.
Yeah, I think Frankie really respects that. She definitely comes in because she's wrestled before at her old high school. This is old hat for her, and so the fact that Sinesh can meet Frankie where she's at is really impressive to her.
Sinesh is having a ball. She thinks this is the best.
Amazing. Cool. Everybody is talking about singlets, and I have no idea what it is. Oh, I've been informed
It's,
it's a wrestling unitard thing.
Yeah, it's like a leotard.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
it
you're
is.
all wearing them.
No,
Oh,
we're
we're
not.
still in them.
Yeah,
I think if we
you had
join
to
the
put them
team,
on.
maybe.
Magic school, they make it happen.
Yeah, even those of you who are not into it, they're like, you want to try out for wrestling, and then you're just.
What is
wanna try
the
out for
oldie spandex like?
That's a singlet. Oh, you mean in the medieval thing? Okay.
Yeah, I mean
It's just really tight
Dungeons
burlap.
and Dragons.
Well, you know
Come
what?
on,
This is a
scratch it.
world where we have magic tech, so I'll say we have some kind of magic spandex.
Magic
Um,
stretchy fabric.
Yeah, there is definitely a wizard somewhere who has been experimenting with improving fabrics. So they've waterproofed some. They've made some stretchy fabrics. You know.
It's just Edna mode, let's be real here.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
No, but
Yeah.
Edna mode, but less fashionable. Just aggressively patterned leotards.
Okay.
Edna mode meets Dame Edna.
All right,
Yeah,
I need to actually write
perfect.
down fashion
Dame
wizard.
mode. Fashion wizard Dame mode.
Well, no, her name has to be Edna now that we've compared
Edna,
Ednas.
Yeah.
All
Fashion
right.
wizard Edna.
Keep your eyes peeled for a future episode of Queer Questers where they meet
Fashion
Ed-
wizard Edna.
fashion wizard Edna Mode.
God, yes.
Queer Questers Fashion Week.
That's the other elective.
I'm also really excited for when this campaign just runs into Jonathan Van Ness. Just in
I
canon.
mean,
It just
it's really becoming a game of how many references can we fit into an episode in our random sidebars.
A lot.
Yeah.
Several.
That's what I'm here
We
for.
need a counter. We need a PA who's got a counter running, who's just that's another gay reference, that's another one. But maybe we don't want to see that number. All right. You're gonna go again.
Oh shit.
Mrs.
Yeah,
Mr. Jogs
you
gets
go.
down.
You
She bangs
go.
on the ground. Up you get. Go again. This time with your athletics added.
Fuck.
You got a test round in. Frankie's up now.
22.
13.
Yeah, this one doesn't go as well for you, Sinesh. You want to tell us what happens?
I mean, it's still awesome. She's having a great fucking time. I think Frankie gets the upper hand this time because she gets the sense of what Sinesh's deal is and what her bag, and she's like, I can do this. I can take this. And Sinesh's like, this is great. I'm having a great time. I'm on the ground now. This is not where I meant to be, but sure. She's having hella fun. This is great.
And I think Frankie kind of like she came into the last round like not going easy, but just being a little more relaxed.
Mhm.
But now she's like, okay, yeah, I'm like
Yeah.
putting everything forwards because
Yeah, Frankie's taking this seriously now,
Yeah.
and so now she's like, "Yep, that's about my limit. That's what I can do. Yay!"
Amazing. Cool. So Frankie, you do super well, obviously, and Mrs. Mr. Jugs is really excited, and she like pulls you aside and is like talking to you about, you know, your technique and your form and your strength and your weight class and all of that stuff. But so now she is also impressed with you. She thinks that you know, with some training about how to like use your weight and like counterweights and stuff like that, that you could be a solid wrestler.
Yeah.
Next up.
Nimble has been watching people and now thinks that they've got this.
All right,
Oh,
Nimble
hell
steps
yeah.
into the ring. And I think that Mrs. Mr. Jugs is going to point at Nor.
Mrs. Mr. Jug saw Nor shaking her head.
Yeah, Mrs. Mr. Jugs is not about that life. She tells people to say yes to things. She's one of those gross, overly positive people, you know, positive vibes only. Say yes to your opportunities. She's kind of sickening.
Opt into life.
Yeah. So she was not taking your like hiding at the back of the pack thing. So
Okay.
you are up. Nimble.
We're like shovels forward, like.
Nor, it's okay. Just try your best.
We will do the same thing. And have you
You're all
both
doing great.
do a grapple check using just your strength modifier.
My strength modifiir.
While you guys are like getting ready, Frankie doesn't say anything but gives a thumbs up to both of you.
Contested. Sorry, I
So just
thought
tell
I had
me
my
what
character
you...
sheet up and I was wrong. 12, but I don't know what my modifier is.
So it's just whatever
minus
numbers under your
one.
strength. Oh, minus
11.
Nice.
11.
Ew.
Nimble?
Nimble gets a 3,
Nice.
but I know exactly what happens.
All right.
Please tell us.
Tell
Yes.
us what happens.
So Nora and Nimble kind of square off, and like Nimble gets really down low, and like their tail is like going nuts, and then
Nimble knows how to hunt things.
Nora and Nimble kind of charge at each other, and Nimble just like hugs Nora.
In the audience, Sahara is just like,
Now, is it like you were trying to go for the wrestle grab and just ended up in a hug, or is this like on purpose you went for a hug?
On purpose went for
That's
just
what a 3 looks like.
just like, this is what we're doing, right? Like,
Amazing.
How this game works.
I will not play at Tug of War. I'll only play at Hug of War.
I go more.
Nor, how are you feeling?
Nora's actually like, oh, hugging is good, and just kind of like, and for a second actually forgets that we are in gym class and that she is totally mortified.
Excellent.
But what does Mrs. Mr. Drugs do? That's what Nora's
tell us about that.
Mrs. Mr. Jugs is watching Nimble closely. Not so much you, Nor. You're there, you gotta do it, but I think they've already written you off.
Understandable. Completely understandable.
So she's watching Nimble with excitement, because Nimble is like prepped and ready, and then it's this.
I like that there isn't even surprise. It goes straight to disappointment.
Yeah, and so she just like reset, do it again, and this time add your athletics to the roll, which probably changes nothing for Nora, I'm guessing, but might change something for Nimble.
does Mr. Jugs take Nimble aside and is like, hey, this is what you're supposed to do?
No,
'Cause,
she's just watching.
So point of I was gonna say point of political inquiry. Oh my god. Point of questions. So you want me to add both my strength and my athletics?
Just add
Just
your
the
athletics.
No, just the athletics.
Just athletics
Yeah.
instead. Okay.
You're doing an
I was gonna
athletics
say-
roll rather than a strength roll.
Yeah.
Okay, because I was like, oh, good, like -2 to my roll. That'll be good.
Oh.
That was a very classy 8, which comes out to a 7.
Nice.
So,
Nimble.
Nimble gets a 15 this time.
All right.
Yay!
Hurrah! In classic Nimble fashion, actually, as we learned from last week, botching whatever happens first, and then somehow miraculously rising above the pack to excel at whatever they're doing. Only Nimble could chase a horse for an hour, somehow get on it, and then do better than most people.
Beautiful.
So, this time, Nor, why don't you tell us what happens with your lovely egg?
I feel like although Nimble was very successful, they don't have like mean-spiritedness in their body. So I think the way that this played out is something along the lines of, okay, I guess we're gonna do this again. Like, here we go. So Nora's like, okay, like here we go. And Nimble just like straight up tackles her, just like bam, and they like fall over, and Nimble's like, this is really fun, we're play fighting is fun, and just like no, and Nora's just like, they're like, please don't hurt me, I'm sorry.
Amazing. How are you feeling about this whole scenario, Nimble?
Kay is like almost about to cry. But no, it's good. I have a feeling that Nimble like was like getting really excited about hugging again and just like rammed too fast, too hard, and knocked Nor over. And like
as you do that, as Nor hits the ground, Mr. Jug makes a little yes gesture, excited that you are now maybe meeting her expectations. And Nor, she offers you a hand up off the ground and then kind of like pats you on the back and like gestures back to the bleachers.
Nora's just relieved that this is over. She's very happy to go sit on the bleachers. And if I may, Emily, I'm going to say that she sits next to your knitting and just like straightens it and, fidgets with it to try and make it look like she's being intentional, but really she doesn't know how to knit. So she's just moving it around.
I think Frankie kind of leans over and says, thank you. Just like
I want to believe that this scarf is still happening for Nora, like that it just keeps getting
just like slowly wrapping around you as it gets bigger.
It's actually a weighted blanket at this point.
That's an anxiety blanket.
that would actually be so good.
Amazing. So that brings us to last but not least, Sahar.
You have never seen a rectangle try as hard as he is to fold in on himself and not be noticed as this gentle dragon boy is. He's just like in the second row of the bleachers, like, oh, were you were expecting me to?
Yeah, Mrs. Mr. Jugs does the like.
But there's no one else. There's no one else for me to wrestle. It's really okay. I don't want to.
I could wrestle you, Sahar.
Yeah.
A volunteer. Wonderful.
With Sahar.
He's just like looking at Frankie, and you can tell he's like hype that she volunteered, but there is also just abject terror in his eyes. Like, I'm gonna get murdered.
Frankie kind of just like does a little wink and like just to try to assure Sahar it's meant to be. I'll go easy on you.
I am not
Like,
going to
I don't know
crush
if
you like a
that's-
bug,
yeah.
Sahar.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Like, I got you.
he like scoots out of the second row of the bleachers, trips in doing so, and makes his way over to the wrestling mat. Like,
Okay.
Okay.
So you get there. Frankie, you're gonna try and go easy on Sahar.
Yeah, I'm gonna be nice and gentle with Sahar. Like, I'm not gonna, like, give him the round, but I'm gonna, like, just, yeah, go kind of through the motions and be
Okay.
gentle.
I'm not gonna fuck him up, but I'm gonna fuck him up a little.
Okay. Yeah, so what I'm gonna do is we'll do your roll, but then I'm also gonna need you to roll a performance check to see how
Okay.
well you sell, like, not going easy on him.
Nice.
So strength, right?
Strength, just a straight up strength roll to start.
Okay. Well, I got a 12 for strength and a 2 for performance.
What did you get, Sahar?
19.
Okay. Alright. So Frankie,
Yeah.
you know what? It's too good. Both of you tell me what happens. Both of you just tell me how this goes down.
Goes in kind of like, all right, I'll just like, it's like when you like arm wrestle a kid, you're kind of like, all right, oh, you're so strong, but like, oh God. And then is completely taken aback that Sahar has bested her.
Amazing.
Sahar sweeps the leg.
Yeah.
That's not
Alright.
legal in wrestling, but that's okay.
Yeah, so, down goes Frankie, and you're real excited about it. But Mr. Jugs is not impressed.
Oh.
Sahar's like getting off of Frankie, like, what did I do?
You
Sinesh
broke
is just,
the rules.
it's just, oh.
I didn't know about the rules. You just said to go.
I'm beginning to
Frankie says,
understand
sorry,
why you're so
I
bad
wasn't
at
paying
this.
attention properly.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to break the rules.
It's alright,
I'll-
it's alright, you're right. I did not tell you the rules.
I'll just
Go
stay
again.
over here.
Don't do that again, but go again.
Nor like whispers into the scarf. There are rules in this sport.
Sinesh, how are you feeling about this idea that someone has broken a rule?
Well, she was really excited because it all looked really good. And then now she's like, she's sitting there racking her brain trying to figure out what rule they
It's the woman doing math meme, like,
yeah, it's like she can't, because like she knows wrestling, like rolling around in the backyard, but the idea that one of them broke a rule just now is totally foreign. Just like, what?
Yeah,
Oi?
excellent. Alright, let's do this one more time, folks.
athletics
Frankie,
or strength.
Are you going easy on Sahar this time?
I think Frankie's a little more prepared this time, and is still going to be gentle, but not going as easy. There's a little more fire
Alright,
in this one, I think.
Set
let's
fire to
do-
the brain.
an athletics check this time.
Come on, Frankie. Oh, you dumb bitch. Sorry. 9.
I love Chris's face right now.
Oh, 5! I was kind of hoping that Sahar would come through with the win.
The
Um,
scales have righted themselves.
So you're both a little unsure after what happened last time, Sahar. You're now very confused about the rules. You don't want to
Yeah.
do something wrong again.
I feel like because he doesn't know the rules and he knows he has already broken one, he just like literally doesn't move his body and just like lets Frankie like suplex him.
I don't think Frankie even does that. I think he just kind of like slowly just kind of maneuvers him to the ground and then looks at
He's like this the whole time, and then it's on the ground like.
Pretty much. He's just like, that's about what I expected.
All right.
He just rolls off the mat.
He's like a puppy, just being like, I
surrender.
surrender.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you have all successfully survived wrestling tryouts. There's a couple more rounds. Mr. Jugs wants to see Frankie and Sinesh and Nimble again a couple of times. And then it's starting to slow down, and she says, you know what, I'll be putting up a list tomorrow. You can come and see if your name is on the list. If your name is on the list, I expect you here at 5 a.m. on Monday morning.
So wait, we don't sign up?
No, you are selected for this team.
Oh.
Oh.
You don't choose the wrestling life. The wrestling life.
Is there a list of the rules? Because I don't think we all know them.
Rules will be provided at 5 a.m. on Monday morning.
Okay.
So, as you are, packing up and heading out, a familiar-looking elf, a gothy, emo-looking elf,
This is the wiener.
comes.
It is the
Yes, the spindly, tiny wiener of an elf. Although he's tall, he's very skinny.
I would like to put a moratorium on the phrase "skinny tiny wiener."
Fair enough. I'm sorry. I was not trying to imply that he was a wiener because he was skinny and tiny. I feel you. He is a slight elf. He is also a wiener. These things are not related.
Does he also have his dwarf sidekick?
His dwarf sidekick is not with him. So he comes bursting through the room, and he is yelling about how we can't let any more of those types into this school. They're wrecking the school. And he's got this, bottle in his hand, like a good potion-looking bottle. And in it is like a glittery liquid and half a giant toenail. And he is brandishing this potion while yelling about how he is going to prove everyone wrong. You all think that I can't do it, but I can do it because I'm a legacy student.
Drink it.
And so Mr. Jug starts to approach him to try and subdue this situation. And then he downs this drink. Tosses the bottle aside.
I have a question.
Yes.
Does he drink the toenail?
You don't
Does he
see
swallow
it
the
anymore?
toenail?
So, who knows what that means? I would like to stress again, by the way, it was not a full toenail. It was like a half a toenail.
But you said it was a big
Toenail.
toenail.
Yeah, like a
Yes.
human toenail or like an ogre toenail. Come on.
Make a perception check.
I just want to say that I hate that.
Yeah. What's with the...
I did not roll well though.
Yeah, I rolled horribly. Never mind.
I would like to perceive what the fuck is going on with this toenail situation.
Yeah, go for
That's
it.
That's a 20. That's 20. What the
nice.
fuck's up with the toenail?
I got an 11.
All right.
I'm
Anyone
gonna
else?
use my passive. I got
what-
13.
Yeah, okay. Frankie, are you trying to perceive the toenail situation? It really doesn't matter.
Frankie is not interested in the toenail situation. She's focused on this little wiener who's like, I'm a legacy. Frankie, your head is just... She's not having it. She doesn't like this boy.
Sahar, you
Yes.
are proficient in the arcane arts to an extent. You feel like the last time you saw a toenail in some liquid, it was for a potion. Sometimes,
Sorry, can you repeat that?
the last time you saw a toenail in liquid, it was for a potion, a magical potion.
Yep.
Sometimes, you are aware, people put giant toenails in potions to infuse themselves with giant strength.
Oh no.
Sahar is just watching this situation and just immediately is like,
However, you also know that the potion calls for a whole toenail. And your wonderful perception roll and your knowledge of the arcane arts has you feeling like maybe he homebrewed this potion.
like a clipping.
Yeah, like a clipping. Yeah.
I don't mean to impose or suggest I know more than you, but that looks like a very bad idea, and I think you might want to not.
Well, unfortunately for you,
And cut to whatever happens.
he already drank the potion. And
Sahar punches him in the solar plexus.
Okay.
What?
All right.
To make him puke.
There's so much going on here. There is so much going on here that, first of all, I want to thank EFG for the awesome subscription that they just dropped our way. Thanks for that, EFG. Clearly, toenails don't put you off. So, Mrs. Mr. Jugs was, like, running towards, this person whose name you still don't know, actually.
That's fine.
That's true.
It's fine.
Just to clarify, was this someone from last week? Like, am I
Yes.
supposed to remember who it is? Okay.
Yes.
Good.
Yeah, we can
Just
fill
was
you
like,
in.
I don't want to embarrass myself, and this is someone I'm
No.
supposed to know who it is.
I'll copy the little notes I took into our private chat.
Ooh, thank you.
Excellent. So, he drinks the potion. Mrs. Mr. Jugs was, like, running at him. Now Sahar is coming towards him.
Yeah.
And this is how this is gonna go down.
Yep.
First of all, the elf in question punches Mrs. Mr. Jugs in the face, knocking her unconscious.
Gonna try and punch him harder now.
Yeah. So Sahar, go ahead and roll a unarmed strike.
Unarmed strike.
It should be under your attack options.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
Seeing
instead of-
Sahar running, I think Frankie is right wants to be right there.
Okay.
So wait, what do I roll?
It will be your
What flavor of
your
dice?
strength. So it's still a D20, like normal.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Like it's like making a regular attack roll.
Mm-hmm.
But you're just doing it without a weapon. So it's the way that we do that is it's your strength plus your proficiency bonus. So I can see in your actions you have unarmed strike plus 3 to hit.
Cool.
So you roll your D20 and add plus 3.
That would be a 17.
Well,
Nice.
that is gonna hit. So the damage you do is 1 plus your strength modifier.
Which is 1.
So,
So
for
I-
you, that's
I'm
2
just trying
points
to
of
make him
damage.
puke up the bad potion.
It's 2 points of damage that you do to this elf.
Does
And
he puke?
I think that now is a perfect time to take a break. And come back to whatever is going to happen here. So we always take a break for 10 minutes around... Oh, hello, cat son. What is happening? Just got a visitor. Everybody wants to be on Queer Questers. I mean, if that's not proof, I don't know what is. So yeah, we're going to take a break. So everyone can go and possibly vomit from this unnecessary toenail description. And we will be back in 10 minutes, so that will be shortly after 9 o'clock, to continue to entertain / traumatize you with our shenanigans. So thanks for tuning in, everyone. We will see you in 10 minutes. Bye-bye. Hello. Welcome back, Internet, to the second half of Queer Questers. When we left off, things were wackadoo, as they oft are on this show. But before we get there, we are, at the request of a new viewer to the channel, it would seem, we are going to do a really quick introduction. I will start, because I am Alicia, the DM. My pronouns are she or they, either is acceptable. And something interesting about me is that besides running totally wholesome queer content here on this channel, I sometimes take my clothes off for money. Fun fact. Next!
I'll go.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Samara. I'm one of the two Americans on the show. Sorry. I play Sinesh, and an interesting thing about me is that I am also a professional belly dancer.
Exciting. What are your pronouns?
Oh, my pronouns are she, her.
Next!
I'm Kay. I use they, them pronouns. I play Nimble Gift in Queer Questers, who is a tabaxi, and I work at a comic book store. Ooh.
That's exciting. That's way more interesting than what I do. Next.
Hi, my name is Chris, she, her pronouns. I'm the other American. I play Sahar Gulesh, the gentle, sweet dragonborn boy. And an interesting fact about me is that my wife and I turn dead things into things that you can craft with, and sometimes we turn them into art. Also, she's pretty.
I have some of her dead stuff art.
Excellent. If you have a link for your dead stuff art, you should drop it in the chat.
Can do.
Next!
I'm Emily, she, her pronouns. I play Frankie in Queer Questers, and I also play Anna Sinclair on the progress side of Cold Iron. I have no fun facts because I'm not fun, nor am I fact-based. So.
Lies!
Are
At
you
least half of
Janet?
that is
Says the
lies.
girl wearing like the coolest hugging bear sweater I've ever seen.
My
Not
fun
real
fact is
fact.
I have bears and pom-poms on my body today. That's it. That's the one.
Excellent. And then, last but not least.
I'm Elliot. I use the pronouns they and them. I play Eleanor Malaralel on Queer Questers, whose pronouns are she and her. I am a professional educator about trans stuff, and I'm gonna selfishly plug my website in the chat.
Yeah!
Also. But my fun fact is that I also do way too many crafty things, which is why I have a sweater that says "Make the Yuletide Gay."
And I believe you will also be responsible for the eventually forthcoming, if we can ever organize it properly, be gay
Do
or whatever,
crimes.
do crime shirts, our Queer
For the
Questers
Queer
themed
Questers
shirts.
friends.
But because we're
Yeah.
inclusive, they will say, be whatever identity you desire, do crimes.
Yeah, so we'll have some Be Queer Do Crimes. I think we have a Be Bi Do Crimes.
Really,
Yeah.
just do crimes.
Be
Like,
your, yeah.
Just do crimes.
be
Just do
not
crimes.
straight and do crimes.
Be yourself, do crimes.
Yeah.
Excellent. So, let's get back to it by starting very excitingly with having everyone roll initiative, please. Oh, we've lost Nimble. Nimble is nimbling all over the place over there.
Okay.
Yeah, everybody roll initiative for me, please.
That's just a d20, right?
Yeah, plus your initiative modifier.
Yeah.
Oh, I am not great with that.
I got
Oh.
17.
19.
Oh.
11.
Do we have a modifier on initiative? Sorry.
Yes,
No, we don't.
You do. It should be beside your armor class on the
Blep, blep, blep.
above your actions box on D&D Beyond. We use D&D Beyond, everyone. We're not sponsored by D&D Beyond.
That's a 19.
Holy moly!
19
Okay,
bros.
Sahar or Nor, who wants to go first?
Oh, I have a 19.
Oh, and Nimble! Holy moly!
Well, who has the highest dex?
I have a +3, 17.
My dex is -1.
I just normally let
+2.
people choose. I think that Sahar should probably go first on the basis that they punched this guy.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Maybe?
Still riding the high of having punched a guy.
Yeah.
I'm just
exactly.
trying to make him vomit. That's all I'm trying to do.
Well, you're gonna go first, so
Don't
now if
punch
he
the guy.
vomits, it's probably gonna be on you.
That's fine. He just wants him to puke up the bad
Nor
potion.
or Nimble, who would like to go first?
I don't know if you can shoot arrows at students.
Best quote of this episode. That's the episode title right there.
There it is. There it is.
That's so aggressive.
Look, I work at a school sometimes.
I just want to know which one of you wants to go first.
Nimble's going to, I think, be reacting to whatever, like if something happens to Sahar, like I want to
Ready in action.
ready it. Yeah, I want to ready.
Okay, so I'm putting you after Sahar. That's fine.
Yeah.
And then I'll put Nor. And then, was that an 11, Sinesh? Did I hear
Yes,
that?
it was.
Frankie?
17.
Frankie. Sinesh bringing up the rear, just like the human centipedes know people. There's a throwback for you to an hour ago.
I don't like that.
You are not bringing up the rear, actually. It turns out.
I mean, you're also like bringing up the rear with like a 17, so we all rolled real good on initiative.
All
I got a
right.
nat 20. It's just that fucking modifier.
So, Sahar, you have just punched this guy right in the stomach. He is not barfing right now, but
Punch him again.
you get to go first. What would you like to do?
Try and put my hands down his throat.
Like,
No,
literally
that's-
put your hands in his throat?
No, Sahar's just like, you have to puke. You can't just homebrew those things.
Right.
It's not like liquor or beer. This is the first time Sahar has not stuttered.
Amazing.
Don't hold your beer either.
So are you telling me that your action is to yell at this guy until he barfs?
I'm gonna put my hands down your throat unless you do it yourself.
Okay, roll an intimidation check for barfing. I don't know. Can you scare this kid into barfing?
That would be an 18.
He starts to look a little green. I don't know what else to tell you. Yeah, he starts to look a little green. That happens. Technically, you still have an action that was sort of like a free thing I let
Kind
you
of
do.
a
So,
bonus.
Punch him in the stomach again.
all right, punch him in the stomach again. Make an attack roll. Do it with advantage this time. So roll your d20 twice and add
Am I doing unarmed strike again?
unarmed strike again. Yep.
With advantage. Okay. Well, that's 7. And that's a 23.
What? Is that a natural 20?
Yes, I did. Here he
Okay, so a natural 20 does double damage. Normally you would roll, but I mean it's only 4 damage in this case.
I'd like to make him vomit non-lethally.
The quotes of this episode are just so good. You know what?
Somebody better be clipping
He
this
vomits. He vomits. But now I'm going to need you to make a dexterity saving throw to get out of the way of the vomit.
Okay, that's fair. So Dex, huh? That's cute.
Yeah, so it'll be in your saving throws too. It's not a normal check.
Oh, that's
Over on the
minus-
left-hand side,
Yeah,
you'll
that's
see.
a -1.
Yeah,
That's a 12.
that's a 12. All right. You get out of most of the way.
That's fair.
But like some little flecks land on you, and most unfortunately for you, landing on your toe is half a giant's toenail.
Sahar just kind of stares at it, and he's just like, that's about right.
Sahar also puke.
Yep. He retches a little bit, but he holds it in, and he's just like, that's fair.
Nimble, it's your turn.
What is the other kid like? Is just throwing up? Like,
Actively, yes, just throwing up right now.
I want to ready in action, like an attack with my short sword. If he goes to attack Sahar.
Okay. Cool. Sounds good. Nor, this horrifying scene is unfolding in front of you. What do you do in approximately the span of 6 seconds?
So we just came out of gym class. Do we have any of our stuff?
So this is sort of still happening in the gym, like you were just getting ready to leave, so you would have your various things gathered up, and then, like, he came bursting into the gym.
Okay. I feel like I don't have a... I'm gonna tell you what I want to do, and then you can tell me if that's an option.
Alright.
So one of the things that Nor has as part of being a cleric is she has a censer, like the thing that you put incense in and you swing it around.
Sure.
And I really want her to take it out and try to hit Buddy with the censer.
Yeah, okay. I mean, do you carry normally your censer around with you, like, to...
It would be in my bag, yeah, because it...
Okay.
Like, I mean, well, that's why I was asking, like, are we still in gym? Because she could go over to her bag and get it, but it's like, I wouldn't be holding it while we're wrestling.
Yeah, I mean, I would say at this point you had, like, gathered up your stuff, so it's fair that you would, So, this would be an improvised weapon. So...
Censure flail.
Yeah, no, this in future, I would like this to be a codified weapon. Thank you.
Yeah, we will make this
later.
We will make this happen. I am just really quickly refreshing myself on improvised weapons.
Yeah, I have no idea how to do it. That's why I asked.
Okay, I need weapons to decide what this looks like.
Yeah, I would really like for this, actually, like, I just thought of this just now, but I would love for that to be a standard weapon for her. Oh my god.
Censure flail!
Yeah!
Do I have a weapon that is similar to this? I feel like, what's that thing?
I mean, Chris suggests a flail.
Yeah, a flail. Okay, there it is. A flail.
I mean, that
it's
makes
totally
sense.
a flail.
Anything on a chain.
Yeah.
Like...
Okay, so, go ahead, roll a attack.
Okay.
This is a melee weapon, so it'll be using your strength to make the hit. What are you proficient in your weapons?
Simple weapons.
I'll let you add your proficiency bonus to this, on the basis that you know the weight of the censer pretty well. So,
it's the baby.
Strength plus proficiency bonus.
Okay, so strength is -1, plus proficiency is +2. So that's actually a 16.
Yeah, that is going to hit for Shizzle.
Yeah, right it is.
So now you're going to do a d8 of damage plus your strength.
Okay, D8 is the one that's diamond shaped, right?
Yes, correct. That's the one.
And I've played D&D for over a year and I still hack this up. That's a 5.
That's a 5 plus your strength modifier.
Oh, so that's a 4.
You know what? I'll just give you the 5. It's fine.
Merry Christmas
Totally
to
fine. Yeah, so you do 5 points of damage. All right. Excellent. Now, would you like to do anything else?
No, I think she's gonna be kind of overwhelmed that she actually did that and that she hurt a guy.
Cool.
So she's gonna kind of whack him and then be like, ah!
All right. Frankie, you're up next. There is barf everywhere.
Frankie wants to full on tackle this dude.
Okay. So you're coming like running?
Yeah.
Cool. So, first things first, please make a dexterity saving throw not to slip and fall in the puke.
Oh god. Okay. 18.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, you actually just leap right over it. Now go ahead and make your. You said you were grappling, right?
Yeah, I think that'll be grappling.
I like
Okay.
that Nimble's the most impulsive, but also is not the one just attacking this guy.
Yeah.
Ooh, bad.
I feel like Nimble must have gotten distracted by something.
So tell me what I'm adding.
Your athletics.
Okay, 9.
So, amazingly for you, I rolled a 2. So
my
this
God.
is just a
Whew.
7. So you still win and you grapple. Explain how you are grappling this weirdo.
I would like to think that Frankie kind of came at him, kind of like full force, like football tackle.
Mm-hmm.
And she's also gonna go for the, God, what is it called? Is it full Nelson, half Nelson? Or she wants to choke him out a little bit.
Amazing.
Non-lethally.
Chris, do you know
Yeah.
what kind of Nelson that is?
Please describe the Nelson.
I think that's just a full.
Excellent. So no, like 3/4 Nelson, not like a
7/8
1/8 Nelson. All right. Excellent. Cool. Yes. Grappled. Wonderful. Sinesh, you are up.
Yeah, if she's using both arms, it's a full.
A lot of things have been handled, but so like you said that he punched the teacher, right?
Oh yeah, she is unconscious. Mrs.
Okay.
Mr. Jugs is unconscious. There's probably some puke on her too, because you know
Okay,
she kind of just crumpled right there.
Yeah, in that case, seeing the authority figure go down and see Frankie's got this guy well in hand, I'm gonna check on her
Yeah.
and
Cool.
see if she's okay.
Yeah, she is unconscious but stable.
Okay.
So, if you would like to, I would let you make a medicine check to see if you could, like, wake her up.
Well, I can. It's been a new day since the last game, so I
Yes.
will actually just use my healing hands,
Oh,
and I
wonderful.
will restore 2 hit points to her.
Amazing. So she comes to, not fully able to get up yet, but a bit groggy, but she's like, what's happening? What's happening? Wonderful. Now it is your nemesis's. Nemesis? It's your nemesis's
Nemesis's.
turn. It's your nemesis possessive turn. There we go.
Fantasy.
Anemone.
They are going to try to break the grapple, is what they're going to do. So that is a good old strength contest, an athletics one.
Alright, how am I rolling?
So you just do your d20, add your athletics,
Gotta.
to see if you can keep them in the grapple.
Ooh, 23.
Ooh.
24.
Good rolls tonight.
Fuck this dude.
What?
Yeah, 24.
What's
So,
this?
you just
deal?
eked them out last
Fucking
time.
Wiener.
But, that weirdly home-brewed potion of giant strength, seems to be working, and he just busts right out of your well executed, Mr. Jugs would say, if she was able to comprehend what was going on fully. It was a well executed full Nelson, but he sadly breaks out of it, and he is going to move further into the room, giving Nor and Sahar and you, Frankie, attacks of opportunity.
Cool.
Okay, what do I need to roll for that?
Well, what would you like to do? I mean, if you would like to take your attack of opportunity, you could try to grapple him again, for example.
Yeah, I think
Sahar
I want
could
to
punch.
I think I want to subdue him, or like at least have I want him in my grasp so he can't like get anyone else.
Okay, sure. So go ahead and let's do a grapple check again.
Okay. 23 again. 16
this time over here for this potion of giant strength is not helping quite as much. That's what he gets for trying to make it himself. So you get him again.
You got power.
Nice and tight. I said you could all have one. So Sahar and Nor, you can still take an attack if you would like, or you can just kind of step back since Frankie has got a hold on him.
I'm just gonna yell at him. What were you doing? You can't just and make a potion. I mean, you can, but you can't.
Amazing.
You also can't punch a teacher.
Also that.
Yeah. Nor, who is kind of surprised that she like hit a dude instead of helping a person, cleric in the party and everything. So she's seeing that Frankie has the situation in hand. She's gonna be like, you can't just hurt people, and then she's gonna rush over to where I was gonna say Sahar, Sinesh, and the teacher, little toucher, words, I don't know. Sorry, it's late, fam.
Okay.
She's gonna go over and check on the tiefling. How bad does she look? Like, do I want to use it?
You can find that out on your turn.
Okay, yeah, I'll wait for my turn.
Yes. This was more if you wanted to do anything
No,
it's fine.
If he had not been grappled, totally would have hit him.
I'm glad that everyone is so excited about the game. And also punching this guy. Speaking of punching this guy, Sahar, it is your turn now.
Just still yelling at him, like, you can't, why? What were you hoping to accomplish? What were you thinking? Did you even think?
Clearly.
Not, like, he's not even responding, he's just, like, thrashing in Frankie's arms. But, like, he's, like, pinned, so they're kind of just, like, T-Rex arms at this point in time. That's gonna be a great gif, I have to say. Anyways, that happened.
Man, I was gonna cast a spell, but I don't have the spell that I want. Never mind, I'm just gonna keep yelling. Sahar's just yelling.
Would you like to hold an action for something happens, like an attack action or something?
Yeah, I'm gonna hold.
Okay, so like if he like breaks free, you'll hit him or something? Mm-hmm. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Cool. Nimble, it's your turn.
Sorry, I'm just thinking about what Nimble would do. I'm like, I know what I would do meta, but like that's not how you play games. Nimble's going to hold another attack action with the sword if whoever this guy is breaks free of the grapple.
Okay, sounds good. Nor, it is your turn.
So Nora's gonna go over and check on Mrs. Mr. Jax. And I'm gonna roll to see how she's looking.
All right.
Is
Yes.
that
Do it.
perception or investigation? Or what do you want from
Medicine,
me?
probably.
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm gonna get you to roll a medicine check since you are trying to see.
Sorry, that was cocked. Oh shit. That's an 8.
You are so overwhelmed with everything that's going on, and also the unfortunate smell of the vomit that's starting to like drift into your nostrils. That you can't. You're sort of in a panic. You know, you have a hard time seeing what's up. You can tell that her eyes are like fluttering open, and you obviously see Sinesh there helping, but you can't really tell how she's doing.
Okay. I think probably she's feeling real awkward that she did not do this in the first place. So even if it's not necessarily super necessary, she is going to cast Healing Word.
All right, go ahead and tell us how many hit points you are restoring with your Healing Word.
What do you say?
That's also a good question.
What do I say?
Yeah, what is your Healing Word in this case?
Oh, I didn't realize I had to actually say a word.
You don't, but you can tell us.
I feel like she would just be like, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry." So I actually rolled a 4 plus 2, so 6.
6 points. Excellent. All right, so she's starting to come around a lot more now, kind of in shock. And let's just add her to Mrs. Mr. Jugs. What a weird name. Cool. Frankie, it is your turn.
Frankie would like to non-lethally choke him out.
Sure. Yeah. Go ahead and let's call it an unarmed strike as you try to like render him unconscious with your arms.
Come on, Frankie. 15.
That is enough. Go ahead and do the damage.
The thing just says 4.
Yes, perfect.
Okay.
He does not, you know what, actually, it's so close, I'm just gonna let you have it. He goes down. You were but 1 hit point away, and I think it's much more fun if you, like, actually just, like, and he goes non-lethally, because it was declared, something that not all of you declared, by the way, goes down into a heap on the floor.
It's in a puddle of his own vomit.
In a puddle of his own vomit, yes.
Nasty.
With that, I'm going to say that we're going to come out of our combat encounter. So, what would you all like to do now?
Sahar immediately turns to Mrs. Mr. Jugs and is like, I'm so sorry. I know I punched him, but I did it because he had a potion that he clearly didn't know what he was doing, and he was going to get sick, or it was going to hurt him. I didn't want him to get hurt. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to punch him. I did, but I didn't. I did, but I didn't. Oh no.
It's okay. I don't really understand what's happened here.
What was he yelling? What was he yelling about?
Legacy students or something.
He was saying he didn't want to let something or someone in.
More like them, I think.
There's and she's like really like rubbing her head and like trying to like form her words, and like obviously this isn't necessarily information she would tell you, but the kind of being knocked unconscious is like not rendered her fully cognizant of maybe appropriate behavior. And you know, there's that like a faction, you know, of students whose families have come here for a really long time, and they don't really like people whose families haven't come here before them. So there's the legacy students, and then there's the new students.
Oh.
Oh, so classism. Okay.
It's probably good you punched that guy. I don't think I'm supposed to say
Scar is
that.
clearly trying not to smile.
Nora looks very like upset, and she leans over dramatically to the unconscious character and says, "I'm not sorry I hit you."
Why is it bad for new people to come to the school?
It's not bad. It's not bad. It's just that, some people think that there should be, like, she's, like, rubbing her head again, like, looking for word, like, purity in adventuring lines. Like, you know, like, good adventurers, can't come from I really can't take that seriously. Can't come from, like, peasant families, like commoner families.
Why not?
Nor
don't know.
cannot stand it, and she's getting upset, and she goes, "Because he's racist! Because he's racist!" And she's like spasming, and she's like, as like looks like she wants to go fight him, but there's vomit, and she's like, "Ah! Ah!
And Frankie just start like wrapping Nor in
In the security scarf.
It's
Yeah.
like a chihuahua during a thunderstorm. Like,
Yeah.
That's exactly what
Literally.
Nora's like. Yeah, she's like, "I'm so fierce, but I am also the smallest."
Nimble, how are you feeling?
Pretty dejected and like upset that they didn't get a chance to hit them. They were acting like really defensively and like wanting to help their friends, but
So what are you doing while you're feeling dejected?
they're just like they sheath their sword and they're just kind of standing there just looking at their feet. All four of them.
Peeps.
Amazing.
Hey, I have a quick question.
Mhm.
Are we all still in wrestling singlets?
Yeah.
important world building question.
Would you like to be? Still, I mean, maybe you hadn't quite made it to the change rooms yet?
I just think this whole scene gets a lot more wonderful if we're all wearing a lot of lycra.
All right, yeah, you're all
Excuse
wearing...
you, it's ye olde magical lycra. Thank you.
It's lycra-y. Lycra-y.
Lycra.
Am I correct in thinking that the wrestling singlets are like the things that have like super low?
Yeah.
They used to. That's like a really traditional one.
Yeah. So I wanna imagine that they look like that, so that he falls and he wasn't wearing a wrestling singlet.
No, he was not. He
No.
was just beat up by a bunch of weirdos wearing wrestling singlets. Like let's make that perfectly clear. Let's build a word picture here.
Question about the singlets. If they go really low, how do they work for people with titties? Are they just out?
They have higher cut ones. Like
That's
in
why
modern days, they're higher cut.
that's why only cis men traditionally wrestled, because it needed to be homoerotic.
But my company
Right.
makes them for women because we're fucking great.
Amazing. Also, I
Nimbles
just
is
want to say
definitely
I'm pro wrestling with your titties out, if that...
Titties?
Hell
is your
yeah.
thing, you know?
Hell yeah.
Totally into it.
Engaged Family Gaming just said wrestling singlets are teenager onesies, and like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, no, you're right.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Okay. So yes, my vote is yes, we are all still wearing our singlets.
Yes.
God.
In whatever configuration makes you feel most comfortable about your body. And my question now is,
Words.
Sahar and Nimble, how do your wrestling singlets fit?
Well, they got tail holes, obviously.
Carefully. I feel like Sahar managed to get one that doesn't have a tail hole, so his leg has to come, or his tail has to also come out through one of the leg holes.
So my question with the tails is like, because the wrestling singlets go down to like your knees, so they've got.
No, they don't.
Oh no.
Mid thigh.
Okay, so still, there's a bit of thigh. It's not like a bathing suit.
No.
Is there like a bit for the tail as well, or does it just?
I would think there would normally be a bit for the tail, but like I feel like Sahara just did not get lucky, so his tail is in one of the leg holes, just like stuck to him.
This is my favorite. Oh, Nimble.
We're gonna teach Sahar how to tuck.
So Nimbles is like one of the low cut ones, and like some tufts of fur are popping out of the top. But also like these like spandex is not really made for having hair, so like fur is just poking out in different spots. It's really uncomfortable.
I need some fan art of this. I need it.
I feel like
I need fan art of all of us in wrestling.
Yeah. It's gonna be super good eventually. I'm shouting out to Chaotic Awesome in the chat, who I know does art to make wrestling singlet art of everyone
Please.
in a
Wrestling
group.
singlet
It's
art.
gonna be amazing. Yes, it is a good tangent. We are prone to tangents. We're talking about what we're wearing. It's D&D.
My headcanon is that Eleanor is inexplicably wearing a Wonder Woman singlet, even though like that has no meaning in this universe, just like inexplicably wearing
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
fuck it.
Love it.
Own it.
Yeah, love it. Frankie?
Nimbles is the same color as their eyes, which is like a yellowy green.
Aw.
Excellent.
All right, so I'm gonna help Mr. the Jugs to sit, like help them over
Yep.
to the benches and help them sit down because they're still clearly woozy.
Excellent. Okay, so yeah, they thank you. They're kind of leaning on you. They're obviously a little bit embarrassed. She's a little embarrassed, and she's trying to like straighten her gray sweats, and like in the punch, the whistle she was wearing like flew around to the back, and so now she's trying to like pull it around to the front and like wiping a little bit of vomit off of her clipboard, that had landed there. And she's I'm so sorry. It's my job to protect you.
We're okay.
Are you sure?
Okay.
No one's injured?
No.
Okay. Well,
We're-
that's
we're
good.
okay.
I mean, he might be, but I feel like that's okay right now.
If he gets detention too, do we have to serve it with him? Because we still have a detention.
Actually, you've passed your detention because we skipped
Oh,
forward a little bit.
Scratch
Yeah.
that whole statement. Sorry.
I mean, you can have detention if you want, again.
Another one. I don't want another one.
I would really like to not have detention. Oh, yes, I would. I got to organize books. Never mind.
So, I think he's gonna be facing more than detention. It's very serious. Don't make your own potions, students.
That's what I said.
Well, you clearly have a good head on your shoulders.
Does this faction have a name? Is this like a student club? I just want to know if we should watch out for more of this bad behavior.
Well, no, they're not really a club. I mean, you've got Hollyhock here, and he's got that other one hanging around with him all the time. What's his name?
The
Stern? Yeah, the dwarf. Yeah, with the short beard. You ever notice how short his beard was? Not a club, just a few of them. Hollyhock is the worst of them, of course.
Well, he certainly doesn't speak for all the legacy students.
Oh no, Frankie, I didn't think that. You're great. I'm really glad you're my friend.
I just wanted to make sure you all know that I'm glad you're here. And I know I don't know, but they can't all be like that.
Of course not.
How many legacy families are there?
Oh, I feel like legacy families here make up, maybe 25%
Oh,
of the student population.
that's not a lot at all.
No, we've been really expanding lately, with all the stuff that's happening in the world. Really trying to broaden our search.
Nimble is going to walk glumly over to Sinesh and just kind of try to snuggle up because they're sad.
Oh yeah. She puts her arms, she gives them a scritch. Just like not even consciously, like, yeah, of course we're gonna cuddle now.
Yeah.
That's what we do.
Yeah. Sometimes you gotta pet the cat.
So cute.
The cat is sad.
So as you're standing around, some other adults finally arrive in the room. You see, this happened all very quickly, so it takes time to react. But bursting into the room is, of course, Madame Raven. And you can see as she comes into the room, the look on her face, it's like, shit. These ones are mine. Again.
No, we did the good thing this time. That's actually, I say that out loud. Sinesh sees the look on Raven's face and says, "No, we did the good thing this time."
And at first she looks skeptical, but then she kind of looks around and she looks relieved. Also coming running into the room is, of course, the headmaster, who you have not seen very much since he welcomed you to the school.
The moment the headmaster rounds the corner, Sahara's like,
he looks at you like you're a weirdo.
he is not wrong.
Yeah.
And gives you a high five, like an uncertain high five.
Is it a high five?
He kind of
Like a high five, like I'm youth, yes, fellow children, or what kind of high five is it?
Yeah, what flavor of high five?
It's a high. You know what? Give me an insight check on this high five. Give me an insight check.
I will.
He's got secrets.
That's a 24.
He's got secrets.
Okay. All right.
I got a 20, but not natural.
Excellent. Well, the 24 and the 20 are certainly high enough to notice that this is the high five of someone who actually really has no idea how to deal with children. Oh shit, what do I do?
It's the real Steve Buscemi. The headmaster is Steve Buscemi. That's what it is now.
But as a gnome?
As a gnome. It's
Yeah.
gnome. Yeah, into it.
Very
All
smart.
right.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Gnome shemmy.
So that happened. Canon. Madame Raven, he kind of looks to Madame Raven up at her, I guess, because she is a furball and he is a gnome, and is like, "What's wrong with your student?" And she's just like, I don't know. I have no idea.
What house is Hollyhock part of?
Hollyhock is in Yellow Dorm.
Yellow.
He would be yellow.
Whatever that means.
It's not purple, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Yellow is fear. Don't you know the Green Lanterns?
Yeah.
That's true.
Oh, what's purple in the Green Lanterns?
Star Sapphire. Or Indigo Tribe, both of which are pretty cool.
I know
don't know
nothing
what I
about
mean,
Green
but it sounds
Lantern,
good.
so.
Yeah.
But I love that we have someone who can tell us about this, and to tell me that I put the bully inadvertently in the right house, apparently.
Sinestro Core, what up?
All right. Yeah, adults come in the room. That's where we were. They were coming in the room to deal with this problem. Also, some nurse type looking people come in, and are they start to tend to Mrs. Mr. Jugs, and also load up Hollyhock onto a stretcher to take him out. and they're like looking around. What happened? Did he like take anything?
He tried to homebrew a potion that theoretically could have given him immense strength, but he didn't have the right ingredients, and I was concerned that he was going to hurt himself with this wholly unauthorized potion. So I punched him and made him vomit.
Right. That's weird. Was there anything strange in the potion?
Yes. He like doesn't elaborate.
Sinesh points to where the toenail is like still
On Zahar's foot there where it landed with the puking?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, the nurse looks down and, I really think that they shouldn't take potion making until they're seniors. And, like, the nurse, like, puts on gloves and he, bends down and, like, picks up the toenail and, like, drops it CSI style into a bag.
Oh.
Does he then pun and put on a pair of sunglasses?
No. But sure, yes.
Not Horatio Kane.
Air horns.
Wait, no, we gotta come up with a pun. What's the nail? Maybe
Looks
they're like,
this case has been clipped.
I was gonna say, he puts it in the bag, and he closes the bag, and he's like, nailed it!
We lost Emily.
It's too much toenail and bad puns for Emily.
Can't do it.
Yeah, I'm out too. Anyway, good campaign, everyone. The end. Yeah, so they collect the toenail, and they head out.
Please, someone clip that moment.
With the body and the little toenail in the little jar, the glass jar, and the adults are sort of like in a little huddle, like talking to each other now.
While they are huddling, I want to look at Sahar and ask, when you make a potion the right way, does that toenail dissolve, or do you have to drink it all the time?
I've never made the potion myself, but the recipe calls for a full toenail, not just like a clipping, but like the whole thing. And so sometimes if you don't have the right ratio of ingredients, things can get volatile, and that can have all kinds of catastrophic effects. And I didn't want him to get hurt, even though I kind of did, but I also kind of didn't. I don't know if it dissolves. It probably does.
I hope so.
All right.
Nora is still mostly upset about the racist thing.
Yeah, I think we're kind of all sitting around, like having that kind of decomp moment of when you all go.
Yeah. How are you feeling, Frankie?
Frankie's feeling like pleased with herself for taking him out, pissed that he exists as a person, and a little bit like, I feel like he's almost a little bit guilty too. He's like, I'm a legacy student. So I think he's just sitting there knitting is really what's
Classic.
happening.
Yep. Cool.
I'm
Oh
still.
yeah, am I like
nimble.
wrapped in the scarf?
Yeah, oh yeah, you're just wrapped up and it's like quickly just growing.
All right. Well, the whispering adults start to kind of like break apart, and Madam Raven comes over to you, and she says, "I think that you've had an exciting morning, and that you should go and rest, and we will reconvene this evening to discuss some of the things you've you've learned today. Headmaster... What did I name him? Trumple. Headmaster Trumple requests that he be involved in this meeting. So I think it's best that we acquiesce to his wishes.
Are we in trouble?
No. You're not in trouble. You're not in trouble at all.
Okay.
Is he gonna be in trouble?
I think it's fair to say that, yes, he's going to be in trouble.
Okay.
Okay.
So go on, rest. You did good work today, I hear, most of you. And we'll talk later. And as she's talking, she like reaches over and just kind of gives Nimble a little like squeeze on the shoulder. She sees that you're feeling a little sad.
Would you say, Madam Raven, that this is a short rest or a long rest? Just how would you categorize that rest, Madam Raven?
I'd say that you were going to take a short rest. And I think it's also a good time that we call it for tonight and pick up with this meeting with the headmaster when we return after our short break over the winter.
After the new year!
After the new
year, yeah. So we're currently planning to come back on the 2nd, I believe. Unless, I don't know, we all decide on the 2nd that we're still possibly, I don't know, hungover / tired / yes,
Yeah.
full of
It's
food.
possible.
But the plan is to come back on the 2nd, but we make the show so we can decide when we come back. So, you will not see us next week because, I don't want to do it. Basically what it comes down to. I love all of my players and I love all of you wonderful people who are watching, but my partner is going away for the holidays, so I'm going to like maximize that amount of time that we have together. So, no Queer Questers next week. But absence makes the heart grow fonder. I have
Go
been
be
informed.
queer in your real life
Yes.
rather than queer on the internet.
Exactly.
Mhm.
And gives you an opportunity to go to the YouTube channel and catch up on any episodes.
Exactly.
That's
Currently-
true.
That's a good way
Yeah.
to look at it.
Currently, not all of the episodes are up there, but they will be soon.
Yay.
I'm going to do that during my holiday time off. So you can watch them all, you can get caught up. Don't just watch us, also, even though we're super great and wholesome and amazing. And if you missed the Displacer Kitten storyline, you are very much missing out. Also, check out Cold Iron. We are back this Saturday with a guest DM for a holiday special. Let me tell you, it features everyone's favorite safety gnomes. And I have heard what's planned, and it's very exciting. So you should watch that. Plus our Tales from the Loop one-shot tomorrow. And then I think the next thing after that, I am looking at my giant wall calendar, is a Cold Iron episode on the 29th. Also a winter / holiday one-shot. It's going to be good times. And then we will resume our normal programming in the new year. We will miss you. It will be a sad Wednesday not to hang out with all you wonderful people. And now you have to wait 2 weeks to find out what's up with the weird meeting. What? Boringest cliffhanger in the world.
Going to the principal. No, like remembering high school, going to the principal's office was the worst cliffhanger
That's
ever.
true.
And
That's
like
true.
honestly, with the people in this party, I feel like that's probably scarier than a lot of other things.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Never
have a lot of
mind
anxious
that you
times.
just battled someone who drank some kind of bad potion of giant strength. The real danger is the principal's office.
Mm-hmm.
True,
Dum
though.
dum dum.
Yeah.
All right,
Thank
I think-
you, EFG, for the bits just
Yes.
before you.
bits.
Aw,
I see we got
thanks.
some bits. That's great. Thank you for the bits. Thank you for subscribing. We got our EFG subscribed to us earlier. I think it was EFG. Thanks to everyone who hung out, whether you supported us financially or not. We love you all. You make this fun. And I think that it's now time for Chris to score us on out of here.
blessed Yule for anyone who celebrates on Friday.
Merry, whatever you celebrate.
Bye, everyone.